Okay, so for your project, you will need a cookie sheet, um, the sponge, the sponge brush for the Mod Podge. This one's out of frame, but you'll also need a small baking pan. You can get those both of the baking pan and the cookie sheet from the dollar store. You of course need a canvas, your letters that you're gonna decorate to put on the canvas. Another paintbrush to paint your canvas. A bowl, which you can also get from the dollar store, of course. Your choice of paint colors that you're going to use. Glitter of any color that you want. Mod Podge. Tacky glue or Elmer's glue is fine, or any other kind of glue that you like. I chose an anchor because that's my sorority symbol, but you can use whatever you want. You can use that, or you can find anything else that you want. And I got that from Joann's. Jewels that I got from Michael's. You can use these or not use them. And also a can of crayon glitter blast. This is also optional, but if you want, you can use Mod Podge to seal your glitter on so it doesn't fall off. And that's all that you need. For this next part, you're just going to simply paint your canvas in your desired color. You might have to do more than one coat just to cover up any white spots. So what I did, I painted the base first and then I let that dry, then I painted the edges. Also have a little bowl of water while you're painting, that way you can clean your brush. I found that it'd be a little bit easier just to like keep the brush from getting too gunked with paint. You'll see at the end how I dab the brush in water, then I use a rag to wipe it off, and then I paint it back in the paintbrush. For this step, you're going to paint your letters or any decals that you have. You can paint them any color that you want or use any color of glitter that you want. I chose gold paint for both sets of letters. And one side I used green glitter and one side I used gold glitter. And you're going to paint them back. You're going to paint them both back and front and on the edges as well. Once your letters have dried, you're ready to coat them in Mod Podge. I put some Mod Podge in a styrofoam bowl so it's easier access. And I used the glitter. I used the baking pan to put some glitter in so I could just stick them down. You can also just shake the glitter on top of the letter once it's covered in Mod Podge, which might be a little bit easier. Just shake off the excess and add more as you need it. And here I am sticking the letter into the glitter. I shook off a little bit of it just to anything that didn't stick, and I laid it down on the cookie sheet. Then I sprinkled some more on top to cover any white spaces. And I just repeated the steps with the other two letters. When you let your letters dry with the Mod Podge and glitter, you're gonna take them to a ventilated area and spray them with a crayon glitter blast. Then you're gonna let them dry for another 24 hours. Next, you're going to take your canvas and arrange all of your letters and any decals that you have in the way that you want them, just so you know where to position them before you add the glue. You can also see what looks good and what doesn't look good in this step. When I first started, I had made a green anchor just for funsies, and I put it down, but I didn't like the way it looked against the green canvas. So I ended up just painting a white one and putting green jewels on that one and adding it to the canvas. Also be very careful when you're putting them back down. You see here how I kind of got mine a little bit off center. If you make a mistake, it may when I made a mistake with this one, I thought it was best just to wipe up the glue instead of like taking water and pulling it out, because that kind of like leaves a weird look to your canvas. Here I'm adding pearls. I bought a sheet of just faux pearls from Michaels, and I added them one by one with a little dab of Elmer's. Don't worry about any excess that falls off. Just take your finger or a Q-tip and very carefully clean up any overspillage. And it dries clear, so you don't have to worry about any white spots on your canvas. This part is completely optional. I forgot to include it in the what you need section, but you can also staple ribbon to the back of your canvas. Just make sure it's not too long if you want them to hang it up by the ribbon, but they can not, since it's a canvas and also has like the wood border around the back, they can also hang it up from behind with just the back frame. And there you have it, the green canvas as well as the black canvas.